Next up on the 2025 CVC Fall Sports Media Day Tour is the Lutheran West Longhorns girls soccer team. We've got head coach Spencer Schultz to our left, along with three players. Coach, you're 1-1-1 to start the season. What have you seen so far?
Yeah, so we've had 3 games so far. Obviously, we've had a different result in all three. The good thing that about us is we have a really good mix of young freshmen that have come in this year, and then we also have a good mix of seniors. So our team is kind of split right down the middle of freshmen and seniors, upperclassmen. So it's a really good mix. We got a lot of girls that add a lot of excitement to the team as freshmen, and then we got a lot of upperclassmen that add a lot of experience and seniority. So I think that we're really relying on our seniors and our upperclassmen to lead the way, and they've done a really good job of that so far. You've seen that come out in the first 3 games. Both the first 2 games that we had, we actually went down, and we were able to find a way to compose ourselves and get back into both those games and be able to find a result. So really good stuff so far. We had a tough one against Lyria last night, but some things that we know we got to fix it going forward. And like we tell the girls all the time, we're always, trying to improve and grow so that when we hit playoff time, we're ready to go. So.
You returned 6 all-conference players from last season. How has that core group shown up in training and in your first 3 matches?
Yeah, so that's actually the group I'm referring to. When I'm talking about our upperclassmen, they've done a really good job of leading the way for our freshmen and our younger classmen that have come in. And again, we talk about it all the time of how important it is, especially for a program like ours, that we need everybody to contribute every game throughout the season. You never know, who we're going to have to call up off the bench and have them come in and put in good minutes for us. So that group has been really good at showing the way, and they have been in those girls' shoes, so they know what it's like. So it gives them a really good, like I said, experience of what they've gone through, and it allows them to kind of have a better idea of how to help those underclassmen along this season. So they've done a really good job so far.
Excellent. All right, Coach, I'll come back to you after I talk to the girls. Let's start right to your left. For the folks at home, introduce yourself, name, grade, and position.
My name is Ava Addy. I'm a senior and I play center back.
Ava, you came in, you were first team all conference last year. What did that mean to you to be recognized by the coaches in that manner?
I think it was definitely really important for me. You normally don't see a lot of defenders on that list simply because, like, I know it. I've never been in the book. Like, what I do doesn't show up on paper. So I think it just meant a lot because it showed that coaches saw what I was doing so much more than statistics.
How has the backline's chemistry improved compared to last season?
I think we lost 2 of our outside backs this year, and now we dropped a girl back from the midfield. We have a freshman starting, and I think we're definitely very strong. We're a little more offensive minded this year, so our stopper gets to push up a little more. And we've got a freshman playing outside back, but I think she's connected really well, and there's been no divot. It was very smooth.
What skills or techniques did you work on in the offseason to win more one-on-one battles this fall?
I think the biggest thing I definitely worked on was my controlling the ball out of the air. That's something I struggled with last year, and just being able to control it first time instead of bobbling it around and losing it.
How have you grown as a leader and organizing the defense during games?
I think the biggest thing that's changed from last year to this is I have to break it down a little bit more. As we do have a freshman starting outside, we have some girls that have shifted back, and just realizing that not everyone knows right away what they're doing and breaking it down a little bit more and just understanding who you're talking to is my biggest thing.
Last one for you is just give me a breakout player, someone on the team you think's going to have a big year this year, and tell us why.
I think one of our freshmen, Kara, is going to have a really big year. She's playing in the midfield, and just every game she's taken a big step. She had one of her best games yesterday, and I just think she's going to keep growing and be really impressive, especially as a freshman.
As soon as you said her name, your two teammates and your coach all shook their head too. So I think you're onto something. All right. Well, good luck. Good luck to you this fall. Let's go to your left. Name, grade, and position.
I'm Chloe Campbell. I'm a senior and I play center mid.
All right, Chloe. Last year, second team, all conference. What did that mean to you?
I think it meant a lot, like Ava said. My stats aren't always the best in the book. It also meant a lot for me to lead because most of my stats were off of assists, and it meant a lot that the coaches were able also to recognize me for that.
Cool. What has the team done better this year in controlling possession?
A lot of simple through balls. I think this year we are able to connect more on and off the field than in the past. We're able to understand and read each other better. Our runs are almost always on time, which I think has helped us a lot.
What changes have you seen in the midfield's ability to link up with the forwards?
Definitely the speed of our forwards helps with the strength of our center mids. Almost all of our center mids have an insane leg and can kick it almost 50 yards. And the forwards are able to read that really well and just hightail it up.
What's the key to getting the offense and the defense to click together this season?
Definitely playing simple and playing the way you're facing. That's something that our coach has driven onto us, as well as playing off the ball. And the simplicity of our team really helps us build up from the back.
What new skills or moves have you added to your game this year?
I don't have a specific one, but definitely just being more physical and not being knocked around. I am a senior now, and I really don't appreciate being knocked around by a freshman. And I think that's the biggest thing for me is to not get knocked out.
All right, who's your breakout player and why?
I would definitely say Kara, Karis, or Nia. Both of them, Kara and Karis, the twins, are very skilled. And Nia, she's new, but she is one of our forwards. She can run insanely fast. If we just fix her touch on the ball, she could probably score almost every game.
All right, well, good luck to you this fall. Let's go to your left. Name, grade, and position.
I'm Addison Esposito. I'm a sophomore and I play forward and center mid.
Addison coming in last year as a freshman. You earned first team all conference honors. What were you doing well last season to deserve that honor?
I know I had to step into a pretty big role and not really knowing what I'm doing, but I really think all my teammates really helped me on that and like communicating. And I just think I really worked hard for it.
When you look at last year to this year, how have you grown as a player?
Did we lose him?
Oh, did you hear the last question? How
No.
have you grown as a
Go
player
ahead.
from last year?
Say that again.
Yeah, just compared to last year, how have you grown as a player?
I think I've grown as a player as just really working on being a teammate because I know that like when I was a freshman, like I really looked up to them. So I think like when they look up to us, it really helps.
What did you learn about your team through those first three matches?
I learned that we still have a lot of way to go, but I learned that we're like this year, like we really could do something and like really come out as a really strong team.
How's the leadership on this team compared to previous seasons?
I think it's really good. We have a lot of girls. We really communicate and like connect off and on the field. And I think that just really helps. Like we'll get into a drill quick and just like know what we're doing and just everybody's talking.
What's the area of your game you're trying to improve the most?
I would say, yeah, I scored, but I feel like getting by a defender and like really knowing what I'm doing and like having a better first touch off the ball.
All right, give me your breakout player and tell us why.
I'd probably say a freshman Katrina because she's really stood up these past few